The only consistent element we see in Peter's life is that Jesus is consistently coming to him. Jesus is consistently loving him, consistently ready to accept him, consistently by his side at every crazy turn, every high, every low, every up, every down. Jesus is there. And it's the same for you, church. Our emotions may be all over the place during this time, but God is also all over the place in a good way. There's nowhere that there's nowhere that your emotions, there's nowhere that your circumstances can run to that he isn't already there and ready to sustain and uphold you. It's like the old hymn says, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough to keep Jesus from getting to you. Even when we're foolish, God still shows himself faithful. Even when we're up and down, God remains the same. Even when life is unpredictable, the one thing you never have to wonder about is God's posture towards you. Even when your feelings are all over the map, you don't have to wonder where Jesus is. Jesus is there. He's with you. He's there when you're walking on water, and he's there when you're sinking. He's there when you're confessing his name, and he's also there when you're rebuking his name. He's there when you're betraying him in sin, and he'll be right there when you are ready to confess that sin, and he'll be ready to restore you. Now you might say, well, if Jesus is with me, then why did I go through these pits and valleys in the first place? It's a great question. Well, listen, often Jesus doesn't remove the problem in our lives. He just promises to be with us in them. And that's how, as believers, we can live and exist in this tension of ups and downs. Because we know that with Jesus, he's using everything, all the ups and all the downs, for his glory and for our good. Which means that even when you're going up and down, we're always moving forward. Originally, I was actually going to call these things Peter's setbacks. But I realized setback is not indicative of what we actually experience when Jesus is with us. See, with Jesus, even when life takes a downward turn, that turn is still on a forward trajectory because it's going to open our eyes more fully to our need for Jesus, which then, Lord willing, makes you lean more wholly on Jesus. And what greater joy can be found in life than to have your eyes open more to the beauty and the majesty and the sufficiency of Jesus, the Savior who is sovereign, who is capable, who is powerful, and caring enough to walk through the ups and downs of life with you. See, if you don't know Jesus as Savior, then the ups and downs in life, well, that's all there is for you. The ups are just temporary highs and the downs are devastating lows. It's just the cruel cycle of life. But with Jesus, there is meaning in times of glory and there's meanings in times of misery. As you grow in your relationship with him, it's not that the lows disappear. It's just that your lows no longer define or defeat you. Your lows may still be low, but they don't feel as low because you know you're not alone. Jesus is there with you. In life's ups, Jesus is there, giving you a glimpse of the joy to come in eternity. And in life's downs, Jesus is there, opening your eyes more fully to your need for him.